Hey, I'm good, man. I didn't know that y'all were Eastern. I thought y'all were Central.
Well, I am Central. He's
Okay,
Eastern. He's in Atlanta. I'm down here in Texas with you. So,
right. I knew you were in Texas. That's why I was like, oh yeah, Central. I was like, yeah, perfect. So it's all good though. I was cooking some cabbage, but it's all good. I put it on low, y'all.
Let me see. Before I start, I want to see if I can get my boy back on real quick.
Cool, no pressure, man.
All right.
so how you been doing, Jada? What you been doing? What you been doing since the Truck and Hustle Freight Fest extravaganza? What
Yeah.
you been getting yourself? I seen you. How old you turned? I seen it was your birthday.
Hey man, you know, I'm young. I just turned 24. I'm a baby. Everybody thinks I'm like 30 something, but I'm not.
Oh my goodness, you turned up.
Nah, I've never really been like really like super duper deep into turn up and stuff. Uh, Typically on my birthday, I do what I do every day. You know what I mean? I read for my hour a day, write my goals down, work on my stuff. You know, I'm handling business most days. I don't really be worried about turning up.
Oh, okay. I know that's right. That's what when you transition over to the entrepreneurship, you do gotta have structure
Oh
in
yeah,
your everyday movement.
absolutely.
So basically what that looks like for you, how do you start your morning?
So in a perfect world,
Right.
I typically would start my morning. First thing getting up. I try to really just if I had it my way, if I was super like I was a few months back. Typically I wake up, first 5 minutes of my day is really just spent to myself. You know, I will write down my affirmations, I'll write down my goals for that day. As well as just, rehash my goals for the month and my goals for the year. So I can really just stay locked in and focused on those. I typically will make a smoothie. I'm really big on like my health and stuff like that. So I'll make a smoothie. And then after that, I meditate for about 10 to 12 minutes and then I'm up. I'm ready to get out of business. So that's really how to start my day.
Okay. Yes. So we definitely wanted to, it's a lot of people stepping into the entrepreneur side. So we definitely want to convey that to the audience. Like you got to have some type of structure in the morning on your day to day. So
Yeah.
you know which direction that you're going to go for the day and make sure that those goals that you write down, you getting some of them accomplished,
Mm-hmm.
and scratching them off your list.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, the day I start my day, not really writing down my goals, not really writing how I want my day to go, those end up being the days where nothing goes how I had it planned, or I'm starting to forget things that I should have remembered. I'm forgetting me, just stuff like that. So the way that I start my morning is really important. And if I don't start my morning that way, then typically in the middle of the day, I'll go ahead and say, let me just write down the things I need to get done right quick. And I'll throw them inside my calendar with a specific time that I'm supposed to do them. And then I'm on.
Okay.
Nah, that's right there. That's dope. The goal setting. I saw that on your page that you do a lot as far as the goal setting. Even saw that you got the morning affirmations on your bathroom.
Yeah.
Bathroom. That's something that I actually started. I think 2 months ago. I got
Yeah.
on there. Eric Thomas. I can. I will. I must.
Yeah.
I don't have a whole paragraph on a whole. I don't know dictionary on yours. You got a whole bunch of them. Which is I'm joking you, but
Yeah.
that's dope or not that you got all that stuff on there. I was like, okay, she definitely in the morning affirmations and goals. But it's crazy. You actually need that, man, because me and Ebony know it's days that I call her, days she called me, that we got to lift each other up. And some days you might not, she might be busy.
Yeah.
And you might be going to use the restroom or because we work from home and you that in there, to boost you back up or even to see that in the morning to get your day started or whatnot. That's something that I always do in the morning. I wake up at 6, run. And before I look at Instagram or anything, I go straight to YouTube and I find something motivational. However I'm feeling or think I'm feeling that day, I type it in. Like, honestly, today, no lie, when I started running, I typed in motivation, no one to talk to. That's how I was feeling. And true enough, a whole bunch of different videos of, if it was TD Jakes, Denzel, you know, Zig Ziglar, anybody that came up just pretty much that was talking about that.
Yeah.
And those miles, I was just, you know, clicking on different, if it was 8 minutes, 3 minutes, or the 20 minutes, however long my run was going to be, the videos, that's what I was clicking on to listen. And you definitely got to start your morning with something positive to get it going, man. Speak more. Go ahead.
That's one of the things that I feel like a lot of people don't prioritize in their life, and they don't realize how much potential they're literally just sitting on the table, all because they didn't spend that time saying, hey, what I'm doing, this is where I'm going. Like, I've gotten to a point now, you know, I find myself where if I write down, you know, what I need to write down in the morning, I start to feel guilty if I do what I said I was gonna do. You know, so it's like, dang, man, I'm really out here lying to myself like that. So then it's like when somebody else lie to you, it's like, well, you lie to yourself all the time. They can't lie to you too.
Right. That was a proven fact. And you just got in my backyard, because I'm kind of guilty of that. I'll go straight to want to be able to take care of somebody else instead of, you know, spending time with myself. As you know, a couple of mentors have told or continue to say, you know, you want to spend like an hour a day with yourself. Pick what time you're gonna spend with yourself, and I truly can say that is a struggle. So Jada, if you will please introduce yourself, let the people know who you are, what you do. Yeah. We definitely, because a lot of people on here probably don't know.
Yeah, for sure. So, my name is Jada Steele. I'm a 20-year-old corporatepreneur is what I like to call myself. I started my entrepreneurial journey when I was very, very young. I actually started my first business when I was in middle school. And man, I've been doing business ever then. I started off cleaning. I was going family members, hey, can I clean the house for some bread? I had a little, you know, somebody had to feed that. So I was doing that a lot. And, started just getting older, ended up, you know, I got in high school. And at that point, I was like, hey, you know, it's more money to be made. I was a star basketball player. My problem with basketball was that wasn't nobody making no money doing it. You know, in high school, oh, this ain't gonna work for me. So, you know, I was selling. I was probably I was selling candy, starting off doing about $200 to $300 a week just selling candy. And then I said, you know what? This can get bigger. So at a very young age, I realized that 100% of nothing is nothing, but 100% of 50% of 100, that's something. So after I started to see what I could do with myself, I said, you know what? Let me take a step back and let me see who else around me. I can put some business in their hand and they can do the same thing. So in the areas around me, I went to other high schools and stuff. I was like, hey man, look, I go get the candy. Look, all you got to do is sell it. You can keep majority of the profits. I just need my piece over here. And I knew how to, you know, track my stuff. So I knew if you was trying to pay or not. So started doing that, expanded that around among schools. And it got to a point to literally in my city that it was like, yeah, no candy, nothing. And they knew it was all coming from me because they saw me at all schools. You know what I mean? So I was doing that. And then I started a clothing brand. I had some major success with that clothing brand, got connected to some really mentors, started getting mentored by Thomas, I got mentored by a lot of different entrepreneurs that people really look up to today at a very young age. Like I was speaking at high school when I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? So that was my phone. I got the time you know, I started getting mentored at a very young age by very amazing people. So for me,
hold on. I don't want to go past that. How did you transition from selling, you know, trapping out the bando in high school to like getting mentored? How did you meet those people?
Man, it's so crazy. Okay, cool. So I'm selling the candy and everything, and I had like I was a little problem child. So selling this candy and kicked off the basketball team because I went into it with the team and I told them I wasn't finna stop getting money for nobody. And
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I don't really need y'all. Y'all ain't paying me nothing. You know what I'm saying? So stop that. And I started a clothing brand.
Yeah.
I had my basketball trainer, Brad. I mean, he was my basketball trainer for years. He was looking, he was like, man, you always dress so nice. Like, you need to start a clothing brand. I was like, what, bro? I ain't doing that, you know? And he said, nah, you should do it. I said, okay, you got to help me. He said, all right, I'm help you. He showed me everything, screen printer, everything I needed. I said, okay, bet. Started up my first clothing brand. It was called Illegal Ambitions. I named it that because, hey, it's illegal for you to have as much as me. You feel me? That's what the brand. So kept on going, and at one point I had like a low cut, like I had a low cut, deep waves, you know, like Beyonce say, low cut, deep waves. That's what I had, and I had like a little design. My boy,
Can't hear you.
Shaheed. So I'm going to Sha one day, and Sha said, he said, hey, I got somebody I want you to meet. His name Dave. I'm like, man, look, what is that? And then he told me, he was like, he made $6 off his clothing brand. I was like, what? Okay, cool. Connect me with him. Literally, y'all, I tell you, no lie. Take that a step back. When I started the brand, my friend took me to WNBA in Atlanta. I went to the game. I saw this dude standing at the front. Y'all can look this dude up right now. His name is Marcus Crenshaw. He has multiple $1 million business now. Got $millions worth of property out the country, everything. So I see this man set up church, and I'm like, man, I want to go talk to this dude, but I'm scared. And you know, I was a little scared. And then the dude, my friend's dad said, nah, go talk to him. I said, all right, bro, okay. I walked up to him. I said, hey, what's up, man? This your brand? He was like, yeah, this mine. I said, hey, I'm trying to get mentored by you. So what's up? I said, just like, I've never seen this man. I don't live in it. I'm gonna get mentored by this dude. I don't know this man from a homeless man off the street.
Yeah.
Like, no, what, you serious? I said, yes, I'm serious. I look like I'm playing to you. He said, you know what? And then like this, or he said, hey, give her a courtside ticket. She finna beside me the rest of the day. I said, what? You know, cause I went with my friends and her dad, so I'm not expecting this. So I went down there, sat with him. And this dude literally started giving me the game, gave me his email, phone number, everything. And we kept a strong relationship for years to come. So I continued to build that brand all around my city. I was going place to place selling it. And the way that I got my mentors was I just wasn't scared, man. You know what I mean? Like, I had fear just like everybody else, but I believe that fear means I'm supposed to go do something. I don't know, you know. Most folks, they see a little fear and they be like, I think I need to run away. I think I need to run toward it. So I did that. That's how I got my first $1 million mentor, Marcus Crenshaw. Look him up yourself. He's a real guy. He's really out here going crazy. After that, I keep going. That's when Shy said, let me introduce you to my guy, David. I'm like, okay. He introduced me to David. So David has a very dope podcast now.
Still cut hair?
Yep. Shy. Yep.
He's light skinned by any chance?
Dude, man, yeah.
What's the name of it? What's the name of his IG?
Man, Shy the Barber.
Oh, okay. I thought it was another barber that knows David, but go ahead. It's another. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I'm like, okay, cool. So guys started getting mentored by David Shins. Really just got close to him. You know, I really decided to just, you know what I mean? So I started helping him out with his, what y'all see now is the morning meetup.
Yeah.
But something before where Dave used to just hop on the gram and be like, hey, what's up? Call this number in. And you would sit on the phone and listen to them give the game. So it was really free. That's what I started doing. And as it started getting bigger, it moved on to other platforms. And I literally just started helping on the back. So to this day, I have a free membership. I've had it for like 6 years. You know what I mean? Got that mentor that way. Met with a lady. Now, this is the thing. One thing I always tell people is that in everything, there's always a lesson. But everybody does not have ears to hear the lesson, and they don't have eyes to see the opportunity. But me, I can't relate to them. So I was like, okay, bet. Met this chick. Chick told me, said, hey, I got a ticket to Eric Thomas speakers. I said,
what year was it?
Bro, I was like, this was probably 2015, something like that.
Okay.
At this time, but I'm 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm a kid out here. I'm 16. And I'm like,
you at the right time too when you kicking it with these people, because they're kind of like in that little startup stage and everything. So it's not like now, but you right in the mix of when everybody. Eric Thomas he was already there, but even then he was still kind of like, you know, getting there. He's not like the Eric Thomas that we know now in 2022. But dang, go ahead. I had to throw that out there.
You got to think about it too. I'm from Huntsville, Alabama. Eric Thomas was in Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh.
So David Shands went to college in Huntsville.
Yeah. He went A&M. Yeah, exactly.
Shy went to college in Huntsville, Alabama. So just off the strength of me saying, yeah, I'm from Huntsville, I know such and such and such, whoop the whoop, they was like, for real? You know her? Yep. Okay, boom, we in the game. So that's how I got those mentors at such a young age, because, you know, one of the lessons is that people don't like helping homeless people. That people don't like it. It's not that, oh my gosh, I don't want to help you because you're homeless. It's, I don't want to help you because I don't see you doing anything for yourself except asking me for something. That's it. People are more willing to help that person that's pushing their own car in the street than the person that's standing over here saying, can you help me? Please help me push my car. I ain't never been the person that said, please help me push my car. I'm going to push my car, and you can join in with me if you want to, but I'm not begging you. I'm not begging you to help me push my car. Yeah. You want to join in with the person that's helping themselves. That dude right there, Sugar Trey, he dope. He a dope trainer in the city. He lit. People help him. People do, because guess what? He pushes him. He was pushing for himself. He wasn't asking for no handout. So that's how I just ended up with like dope mentors. And my list of mentors, list of phone numbers I got in my phone, I could see the phone for 100, for 200K, just in it. I get courses for free. I get conferences for free. I get all types of places just off the strength of, yo, what's up, Jada? What's up? What's your name? Okay, bet, yeah. That's fine.
But I don't mean to cut you off, Jada. I just want, if people have children out here, I hope those gems didn't go over their head, because this is something that they can share with their kids. You know what I'm saying? Because like now in our community, it's very important to start, you know, giving your kids, showing them how entrepreneurship looks, right? And so, and that goes with, even with, you know, trying to build their credit, create their own business. Because I can go to say what Neo always say when he's, you know, on his mentor calls and things of that nature. You know, instead of people buying your child a present for their birthday, create a t-shirt line with a great slogan, or, you know what I'm saying, a great logo. And instead of somebody, you ask them to support the child's t-shirt line. So I definitely appreciate that. And I just hope some of the people that's on here that has children, they start to think about things like that.
Yeah, and but most parents are not. That's why when people say, you know, well, I ended up having a baby, you know, oh, it just happened, or, oh yeah, I was just young. Man, I'm not listening to that BS. Nah, you did it because you wasn't paying attention to your life. That's what was going on. You gotta watch. And you know, babies with, because if you gonna make a baby with somebody, you creating another generation. If you're not a baby with an individual that is industrious, you basically just set your child up for failure. And I don't know why anybody would get out here and do that, but that's what folks do.
So it's too much information out here now. You know, instead of you constantly going and buy all these different things for this child, you need to start investing in, like we always say, continue to invest in yourself so you can be able to give that child the information that you have bought, and able to teach them how to move forward and move around in this world, because it is wicked. It's wicked. You got to have multiple streams to play right now. And I feel sad for the generation, but it is.
You do. You listen, you got to have a bag if you want to play them games. You got to have a bag on you, for real. So
let me add our business partner is from Huntsville, Alabama.
what?
That out there, yeah. He's from Huntsville over there by A&M. Yeah.
Wow, hey, me and him gonna have to connect. I'm in the city right now visiting family. So
Oh,
Okay.
really? That's where you went for Thanksgiving?
yeah. So we gotta connect before I get out of here. Grab coffee, lunch, or something.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
you know it was cool people from Alabama. Let me go ahead and say that.
Yeah.
It was
I
not
hope
Yeah,
close to Alabama
she's
either.
thank
she's very cool.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Alabama.
I actually met her at Freight Fest. You know, that's why I tell people get in the rooms. You never know who you're gonna run into or who you're
Yeah.
gonna connect with or who you're gonna meet. You
Yeah.
know, it's a must.
That's a fact. I mean, bro, I'm gonna be real. Like people don't think I'm from Huntsville. You know, I don't really have a Huntsville accent. You know, I don't.
Up top somewhere.
Yeah, you feel me? Like my family from up north. So when people see me, you know, they might see what I got on or something. They'll say, "You're not from here, are you?" I'm like, I am from here, bro. I am. I don't do what y'all do. Y'all a little weird. You know what I'm saying? I'm weird. You know.
He's squirt that day, but you know, I'm from Alabama. I'm joking, y'all, man. I'm from the South too, so I can't really talk junk, but
And
I got
I like Alabama. Bro. Sometimes I tell folks I'm somewhere else. I be like, I don't care.
I'm joking. So pretty much you got all your mentors, and what was the next stop? Where were you at then? Were you working for somebody, or you doing stuff on your own? T-shirt in the clothing line?
Believe it or not, with everything that I just told you, I was still in high school killing it like this.
Wow.
Like I was still in high school killing it like this. So you know, fast forward, I graduate, and when I graduate, you know, I grew up living with my grandma for from 14, 15 to like maybe years, 20 years. And when I graduated, you know, a little bit, I used to go to this it was like a really dope church here in Huntsville. And I remember seeing this lady, man, she had a band, she always had the J's on. Like, so what's you do? And she was like, you work at Verizon. And what's up? You give me a job at Verizon? She said, yeah, you gotta go. So my grandma told me when I graduated, she said, you can do one or two things. You can either go to school and be any bit, or you can do the opposite and you can work. But see, me, I mean, I never really like had a high belief level in college because everybody that I saw was in college. None of them was making good money, so I was like, well, I definitely want to make good money, so I'm not going to attend. I'm gonna go do something else. And I started working for Verizon when I was years old. So I came out the gate, you know, making $70K out of high school, like 18 years old. And I mean, bro, so money coming in, and I'm just stack. You know, so back in the day. And then I remember being in the garden, a lot of people around me.
Is it choppy on your end, Ebony? Is that mine? I think it. Yeah, because you're telling us a lot of good stuff, and we're not catching it.
Is it choppy right now?
I don't think it's bad. What is it? It's not bad. I don't think it's bad internet. I don't know.
Does it sound like it? Right
You
now?
good now? You good right now? You straight?
Okay, cool. You know, it was probably me. I was probably hitting my phone wrong.
Okay.
Can you hear me good now?
Yeah, we got that metro over there. Ebony normally got the metro over there. I think it's you today.
No.
I got my stuff on mute, bro, because I heard the choppiness, but I ain't got no metro. I'm downstairs.
Lie, you got that metro. You're talking about Verizon, and you got dang represented metro over there. No, I'm joking.
What's going on, bro? But yeah, so I started working at Verizon corporate. Dropped out of college. I was doing like online for like a semester because my grandma gave me an ultimatum, and people school, so it was like, all right, I go, you know. But I was paying.
Can't hear you. All right.
But I was paying somebody to do some of the work anyway, so I didn't really care. So, dropped out working at Verizon, still got the clothing brand and everything going. Fast forward about and I was studying trading very heavy. I was probably studying trading like 6 hours a day outside of work. I had a mentor for that too. I met him to this day. Me and him still close. I would go up to his office at like 6 in the morning every day during the week. So fast forward, I decide, you know, hey, I'm gonna quit. I don't want to work here no more. Send me off to college. I told my family to send me off to college because I knew if they sent me off to college, I knew that it would erase some of the burden. I was like, yeah, let's just go. So I went, and then I started my network marketing business. Ramped up super duper fast in that company, like very fast. I was able to recruit like over 200 people in like 7 months or something, which was unheard of. Built a very large team, loved it. That was great. That ended up, you know, going a whole different direction. So I was like, okay. And as time went on, then I stopped doing that and I went and got another job. At this point, it's only my, you know, second, like really serious, like corporate job, but it was pretty much the same thing I was doing at Verizon, except this time I pretty much did it with AT&T. So I'm like, okay, cool. Still doing network marketing business. Everything is going well. And one thing I will say throughout that process is John Maxwell, he teaches people leadership. And one of the things that John Maxwell says is you will pretty much always go back down to your actual level of leadership. If you go all the way up to level 10, you know, in real life, but in your head, you should really be at a level 6, you will start to see your life fall back down to that level 6 of leadership. And I think it's the same thing when it comes to money. So I tell people all the time, you have to raise your money consciousness. When you have it in your head, oh, I'm going to make 70K. I'm going to make 75K. I'm going to make 60K. Whatever it is that people consider good money that is actually makes you extremely poor, whatever that is, you got to raise that. So at the time, my mind was still at that 75K mark. So every time I would get above it, I would say, ooh, let me, you know what I'm saying? I would start unintentionally doing things that bring me back down. Like, this is insane. What the heck? So I started to notice that. I said, okay, I gotta do something different. So I moved to Atlanta. Now, moved to Atlanta, made more money than I ever made in my life. I said, oh yeah, it's lit. I was doing high ticket closing. You said, what?
Is it getting out of your environment in Alabama, or what do you think? When you straight to Atlanta?
I think it was a matter of getting out of the environment, but also being around people that had the same vision you got. Because being in Huntsville, I'm around my family, I'm around friends. Nobody had as big of a vision as I had. You know, like, it's rare that you actually meet somebody that's 20, 21, 22 years old and they talking big talk. Like, yeah, I need 100K this month. You know what I mean? They're not saying stuff like that. That's not normal. But that's what I was saying. Folks telling me I'm crazy. I'm like, crazy? You crazy. You know what I'm saying? So moved out to Atlanta. I started doing high ticket sales. I started a marketing agency. And I started an insurance agency. I'm doing all of those things and I'm killing it. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, this is lit. And I'm a very opportunistic person. So once I see opportunities coming my way, if I feel like I can learn from them, if I feel like I can help others or anything like that, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it every time. And that's what I did. Help all my friends. I brought all of them into insurance, and I got my friends and everything to like 10 to 15K a month within like their first 45 days. So my friends was like, it's lit. We love it. Oh my God, let's go. You know, so everything's all good. Well, we ended up finding out insurance is not what we thought it was, and them chargebacks started to hit, and we realized that was a little too serious for us. So we got out of there. We got out of there. And you know, I learned a lot of lessons, and I met a lot of great people there, and those are some relationships I still cultivate to this day. Because I mean, that was like March of this year. So I said, you know, I had wrote, you know, I'm always writing my goals down now. So one of the things I wrote down was 6-figure job in tech. And guys, I don't know why this was a goal, because I don't even like I don't even like jobs. You know what I mean? But that's what I wrote down. I said 6-figure job in tech. Okay. And I just slapped it on the wall. And I really did not pay it much attention. And then one day I woke up, like I had a crazy dream, and I woke up and then I was like, yeah, I gotta go do the tech thing. Snatched it out the wall. I said, all right. I tell y'all no lie. I made the decision at the first of like one of those months. 3 days later, I tell my landlord, hey bro, cancel the lease. I ain't living here no more. Cancel the lease. I'm leaving Atlanta. I said, I'm going to leave Atlanta, and in a month, I'm going to get me a 6-figure job in tech, utilizing all the skills that I currently have.
Yeah.
So I said, I don't know how to make no resume though. So I said, I got to go figure that out. So, you know, I get on YouTube, I get on TikTok, I get on Twitter, and I just started learning, like, how do I make a resume? I write it, man. I'm fire at the resumes. Now my friends be like, can you do mine? I'm like, I got you. Come on. So now I'm figuring out the resume, and I'm figuring out, like, what should I be doing in tech? And I like literally moved out of Atlanta, moved to Alabama for a month and a half because I told myself, I said, I'm moving to Dallas. And I man, listen, if I'm lying, I'm flying. I literally got the job and moved to Dallas the next week. I'm not lying. All I did was write down my goals. That's all I did. All I do is write down my goals. I had faith in my goals. I really believe my goals that I write down, and everything that I write down comes true. Every goal I've written down this year has come true.
So my question, as far as the, like, being an entrepreneur, why did you think about going back to work the 9-to-5 race?
I'm gonna tell you, bro. You know, when you really look at the grand scheme of things, you have to learn what type of entrepreneur you are. Mm-hmm. You have some people, they're the CEOs, you know, they're the visionaries. You have some people, they're the doers, the people that do the really, really hard work. And you have some people, they're intrapreneurs, where they like to be in an environment where things around them are already built, and they like to come in and make those things better. I started to realize I was an intrapreneur because I didn't like starting stuff and I didn't like finishing it. I like that thing right in the middle, and I like to pass it off to somebody else. So once I started to see that, and I saw, if I can do this with my business and I can run it up, I know I can make more money doing this another way. Yeah. So I just went and found a job. I said, look, I just need a job that's going to pay me close to $150 a year. Found it. And still do the entrepreneurship on the side. Still do entrepreneurship. Right now, I'm starting a home healthcare company. And my goal is to have, like, the most lucrative home healthcare company within the next 5 years in Dallas. That's what's up. You know, I was actually watching a podcast and they were talking about that. I think it was David, and it was him and Donnie, and they were pretty much saying that not everybody is an entrepreneur, and that's okay. Yeah. And I think right now that's what everybody, you know, wants to be, and it's really not for everybody, you know. So that's my dream right now, because I did the corporate thing now, and I've been an entrepreneur for the last 2 years, but like you said, that's okay. It might be that you need to work and then do it on the side, a side hustle or whatnot. So and then on top of that, if you work from home, your life real easy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Work from home, work your little 3 hours, and go up and do whatever entrepreneurial thing you want to do. But best believe that 6-figure check gonna drop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I tell folks all the time, if you can find the right job, it does not have to get in the way of your business plans. But a lot of people don't know how to find the right job. So then they start thinking all these jobs are terrible. None of these jobs make any good money. Meanwhile, she ain't saying work at Walmart, y'all, and then go get a career. Hey, put Ronnie World down. You know, utilize your skill set and go get a career. Something that's paying you 100, 120, 130, 140, 150. I have a homegirl. I helped her. My homegirl has never had experience doing what she's doing. I just helped her. She's 23 years old. She just got a job making 120 a year. She's 22, 23. She living at the crib with her parents. And guess what? Shorty, by the end of next year, Shorty probably gonna have 2 to 3 multi-family homes.
Mm. So do you see yourself leaving pretty much, or you want to keep that job, or that's just where you are right now?
Bro, listen, I'm about to run it up in the corporate world. I'm about to run it up. Like, it's too easy. It's too easy. When you got an entrepreneurial background, you got an entrepreneurial mindset, and you go into the corporate space, they ain't got that dog in them. They don't have that. So what they're giving to you, what they're giving to me, I'm completing in 2 days. And they're like, how you doing that so fast? What you mean, bro? I come from a world where if I don't kill, I literally do not eat. This is nothing. This is it's like taking candy from a baby for me. So why give up $130,000, $140,000, $150,000 where you can work 3-4 hours a day and do everything you want to do business wise and your job remote? If I want to come in Atlanta and chill with you Thursday, I can do that.
No, I got you.
I ain't giving this thing up, man, until my business is making monthly what my job is paying me yearly. It's not happening. Because it's too easy. The bread's too easy, man. Okay.
I like that. So tell us more about the new goal that you were talking about as far as the healthcare business. What made you think about that? And you know,
I got you all the way. So like I said, David Shantz is one of my mentors. And this is something that a lot of people don't know. But I actually have a TV show, and it's literally in production right now. And with the TV show, I go around the United States. What'd you say?
So you got a lot of hats. I like that. Your hand in
absolutely. Absolutely. So I go around the United States and I interview Black entrepreneurs that are very successful. So if you look up Brad and Tronda Giles, you'll see them on David Shan's podcast. And they were one of the couples I interviewed. And once they just started breaking down to me the business and like the way that the money broke down, I said, oh yeah, that's the business for me. They was like, yeah, we work about 3-4 hours a week, 10 hours a week. I said, and you make how much? You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, I can get involved with it. And on top of that, you know, I just really, you know, I let them make sure people are taken care of well. So basically with the business, it's a very profitable business. You have your home healthcare agency, you hire the nurses, and then you go out there and you go get clients. Typically, you know, they can do private pay or they can pay through insurance, and your company then pretty much gets the other half of the money after you've pretty much paid your nurse. And I mean, hey, you might have a client that's her insurance is paying $85 an hour, and she needs 24-hour care. You might pay your nurse $17 an hour, $22 an hour. I don't know about y'all, but last time I checked, $60-some in profit an hour for 24 hours a day times 7 days a week times 4 weeks. You're running it up with one client.
What's the startup cost for that?
So in the beginning, you know, you got to pay for your paperwork and all of that stuff to get done. I believe that you'll probably come out to be about 2.5, 3K. But it also depends on your state. Every state is different. Some states don't require much of anything to get started. Some states require you to give your left ear. So it just depends on it for real. I would recommend if somebody did want to do a business like this, like try to have 10 to 15K like in reserves so that if anything happens, you can handle that problem. Or if you need to pay one of your nurses or something because the insurance payment was late or the private pay patient was late, you can go ahead and make that money happen as well. So
do you need Medicaid, like your Medicaid to get into it, or can you hire somebody that has that, or?
It just depends on the area that you're in, and it depends on what you're wanting to do. Because you can do home health care with different age.
You blowing up.
You can do home health care with different age groups, different types of care groups, and everything. It just depends on you and what you want to do with your business, because you can do whatever you want to do.
I actually, I have a sister that she has a home healthcare business in Missouri. So I definitely know the type of business that she's talking about. But also, you know, the bad side of that, because everything comes with a bad side, right?
Yeah.
You know, especially if you're doing in-home care for, you know, these patients, you can, you know, the turnover rate can be heavy too.
Yeah.
You know, especially if they feel like they ain't getting paid enough, or whatever the job description is for that certain patient.
Yep.
You know how people is, they might not want to do that.
Yep.
You know, now in these days, now you got a lot of people that don't really want to do no work.
Yeah.
I'm the type of, and I'm trying to step outside of that. I'm the entrepreneur. I'm the doer. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of entrepreneur I am.
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure things will get done right. But but I went to go see a mentor of mine today, and he kind of ripped me upside, left side, right side.
Yeah.
But he's basically telling me that I need to be able to step away from being a doer.
Yes, you
know
do.
what I'm saying?
You do. It's one of the books that I'm reading right now, because I try my best to read about 50 pages a day. And one of the books I'm reading right now is The Millionaire Mind. And one of the things it says is that.
And who is that by, Jada? So the people, because I am a part of the morning meetup. So, and we do read books.
Let me see.
We have a book club. So,
The Millionaire Mind. It's by Thomas J. Stanley.
Okay.
Yeah. So one of the things that they talk about in The Millionaire Mind is that the entrepreneur or the business owner that does not want to relinquish control, or does not want to find somebody else to go do other work, that is the business owner or the entrepreneur that is usually not the wealthiest. Because the wealthiest individuals are those that are able to say, hey, I know that you can only do this 50%, 60%, 70% as good as me, but I'm more concerned with this being done. We will bring somebody in behind you to focus on quality assurance. But I need to make sure you can get this done, because I have other things to do. A CEO's job is not to do. A CEO's job is to think. When CEOs get hired in these companies, they're getting hired to think, not do.
You know what? And you just said what he just told me when we was in our meeting today. He literally, what you just said, a CEO's job is to think. That's all he do. He thinks about how he can solve a problem where he sees where somebody else is not seeing what he's seeing. Right? So he said he does have about 12, you know, virtual assistants or things of that nature to actually do the things that need to be getting done. Right.
Absolutely.
So okay.
Absolutely. You gotta find somebody else to go do that. Because your time is so valuable. If you start adding up like how much your time really costs, you start to realize I just worked myself out of $1 million. That don't make sense. You could have paid somebody else to go handle that, paid somebody else to go do that, got somebody else to go do that, and you could have sat back and thought about what are some other ways I can make money. One of the reasons why I feel like a lot of people don't really get to where they want to go is because they don't have enough time to think. If they had more time to think, they would have better ideas. But they don't create time for themselves to think, and they don't prioritize time for themselves to think. I turn my phone off plenty of times. It's plenty of times where folks can't reach me, and I don't care. I'm focused on 100 million. I'm not concerned about your little life problem that don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, your dog ran away from home. I don't care, bro. Like, I don't want to hear about that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That's bad.
And I definitely appreciate that, Jada, because that, you know, he really, after he ripped me up today, I need to sit back and regroup.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, sometimes you need that. That's good, Ebony. And And the fact that somebody talked to her mean, not really mean, but just like she said, ripped her a new one. Some people take that the wrong way, but you know, it's a good. That's good to be in a situation that somebody will give you, you know, constructive criticism, and you walk away and look at yourself as like, yo, I need to. Because a lot of people, they'll be probably pretty much mad at somebody if they were to really tell them like who is she or whatnot. But it's a good place to be in. Definitely. That's
Nah, I'm from the Midwest, so I ain't got no soft bones.
She ain't too sensitive. She like, I can get down with whatever.
Right. You know what I'm saying? He like, yeah, you took that, then I said, I appreciate it. I really do. I definitely appreciate that. You know, because like I said, I came from the corporate world as well. And, you know, after giving somebody that much time of my life to consider me and walk me off the job, you know, I ain't time for looking back. So this is definitely something that I'm trying to strive to do. And well, I'm not striving, I am doing it.
Right? You literally are.
So I definitely look forward to doing big things and whatever I'll get my hands into.
Yeah.
Well, Jada, we heard your story from trapping out the bando and you know, selling the candy to the clothing brand to the other your mentors, your phone that you could sell for probably $2 billion of all the mentors, and that's the position where you are now that you want to start on healthcare. Tell us, where do you see yourself, you know, in the next 5 years? We know you want to do the home healthcare, but 5 years from now, we look back at this. Where is I Am Jada still going to be at?
Okay, cool. In 5 years, I'll be 29 years old.
That's the Alabama public school, yo. That's what that was. You count on your hand.
Hey, look, I had to. I was like, ooh, okay. Hey, look now. You know, I wasn't that good in school, man. So, where I see myself being at 5 years. So, the home healthcare business is definitely going to be one of the most lucrative businesses in Dallas, Texas, as far as home healthcare goes. Outside of that, I'm going to have my nonprofit organization. My nonprofit organization is going to be booming. I plan on, with my nonprofit organization, I actually plan on building like home development places for entrepreneurs that are just getting started on their journeys or that need like that entrepreneurial group support. So I'm going to build like apartments for them, like small homes for them and things like that, where they can connect as a community and they'll have all the resources that they need. They will have business coaches coming in. All they need to do is provide a, the business plan, show me proof of concept, and I just believe in it. If that's what it is, boom, what's up, man? You got a spot for the next 6 months. You know what I mean? Where you can just really pour into your business and not worry about nothing. Also, I plan on owning a ton of real estate, a ton of multifamily properties, and also getting into more real estate development, but that's outside of just business ownership. And I plan on being a speaker, man. So going crazy in that speaker realm. So yeah, that's the next 5 years. And listen, man, I already told you what I write down happens. I ain't one of them people that can just write down anything. I got to be real careful about what I say and what I write. So yeah.
I'll write down nothing crazy and put it on your wall.
Oh no, man, I did that. Listen, I wrote down something crazy one time. Man, that stuff, and I said something crazy. That stuff started happening too fast. I've been watching my mouth ever since.
So, Jada, let me ask you, what is one of your biggest fears when you actually had what has been your biggest fear when you was where you are in the entrepreneur space? So, but what is one of your biggest fears?
My biggest fear is honestly just marrying the wrong person. That's really the only fear I have. Marrying the wrong person and going broke. As long as those two things don't happen, I'm good. I have no other fears in life other than those two things.
Those are facts.
Yeah. Can't marry the wrong person, man. That, oh God, everything just gonna go left.
But Jada, I can't get off the podcast without saying, so how did you get into the photography space, if I may ask that, because that's how I met you. I gotta bring that up because, you was with the group that filmed Truck and Hustle event. So I definitely want to touch on that.
Listen, when I told y'all, I'm really, one of the things that everybody knows about me, I am a cultivator of relationships. I got that TV show. The same guy that recorded the TV show is the same guy that did Truck and Hustle. I just kept that relationship going. Hit him up. Hey, what's up, man? You good? You need anything? You straight? Oh, you in Atlanta? I live in Atlanta. Let me drive you to the airport, bro. Don't send me no gas money. You good? You trying to eat something? Let's grab a bite to eat. I cultivated the relationship. Now that I live in Dallas, he's in Houston. He said, what's up, Jay? I want you to come help me. I said, no pressure, bro. When you need me. He said, 2 days. Not I'm not even in that space.
He just said key words though. What I always say, relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't let that go by.
That's it, man. It's relationships. Like that's it. If anybody that don't focus on relationships, their life they not have much. You know what I mean? Because it's some things that you will never be able to get without another person. And when I was reading this book, it was the 7 principles for like crazy success or something like that. It's a very short book, but it's by Mike Murdock. They search Mike Murdock, it's gonna pop up. One of the things it says is that you're 5 people away from everybody in the world. You're 5 people away. If you all said, I need that, I'm amazing in my business, I made $1 million, $2 million, $3 million a year, I need to get on David Shan's podcast. You're only 1 person away right now that knows David Shands personally.
Yep.
That part.
There's 2 people away that get you in contact with Thomas. Me, David. That's the only 2 people. We ain't even got the 5. What's gonna happen when we get the 5? I don't know. You know what's gonna happen then? Then you end up like every person that you need to get to in the world, you're only 5 people. So you gotta get the people.
Another book.
That's the key thing, like relationships, and a lot of people want to cheat themselves as far as getting a mentor. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? In this realm of entrepreneurship, you have to have a mentor. Mm-hmm. You got to.
Yeah, mandatory. You gotta have a mentor, man. Nobody's like I'm scared of people that don't have mentors, because who helping you think? Like, if you don't have a mentor, that means you're helping yourself think.
Yeah. And what does that look like? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you're not looking at something that, and especially we talk about it, me and CJ all the time. We showing you our mistakes. We always on here giving out free game. We're trying to bring a different atmosphere to a podcast, not just talk about trucking, but we talk about different aspects of, you know what I'm saying, just dealing with life, you know what I'm saying, your mental. Yeah. I definitely big on people taking care of their mental, especially in this entrepreneurship journey, because it can be up and down. Yep. You know, and you definitely, you know, that, like they say, only the strong gonna survive.
Yeah. That's the all the way. You gotta really stay up, but you have the right people around. Like, pretty much impossible. You know what I mean? So I'm really about my relationships. Like, I got friends in majority of the states, like majority, and I talk to them very consistently. Like, I can name 10 people right now that are my very good friends, and that's something I'm proud of, because most people don't have it. You know, they don't have 10 people they can trust. But I can call on, get money from them, everything. So, yeah.
That's big. I think that's the biggest thing out of this podcast for us today. That 2 big things: mentorship and relationships. out of everything that you've said, and something that Ebony, like she always said, she preaches, if y'all didn't get that from today, is cultivating those relationships
Yep.
and somebody to teach you, man. That's super big on any part of your journey.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Question, because we're gonna have to wrap it up here.
Okay.
Pretty much. Tell us, you gave so many gems, but give the audience or the people, pretty much the viewers that's viewing now and that's going to view it later on YouTube, what information or what gem will you tell them pretty much to take if they starting out or they in the middle, what should they do pretty much from your standpoint?
Man, I would say the most important thing is you got to have faith in yourself, and you really got to believe. And a lot of times when people say that, they just want you to sit in the corner and pray and write stuff down. Man, listen, I don't care if you ever pray in your life, but you better believe in what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So, but have belief in whatever it is you say, because what makes your stuff come true is your level of belief in what you got. So, and and always be grateful for whatever situation you're in, because nothing bad has ever happened to me. The reason nothing bad has ever happened to me is because everything happened for me. So if those things wouldn't have happened to me, or if those things wouldn't have happened to you, there are so many lessons that you would have missed out on, that you would have had to learn a different way. So that's what I would say. Believe in yourself all the way. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do something, or that your idea not good, or none of that, because I'm a firm believer that God wouldn't have put that vision in your mind if it wasn't meant for it to come, if it wasn't meant for you to start working on that thing. And it might not be meant for you to start working on it right then, but 9 times out of 10 it is. So don't listen to nobody that's telling you can't do something, or you shouldn't do something, or this, that, and the other, because I'm going to be so 100 with you. Every single thing I've ever done, I always had somebody yapping in my ear talking about why I should do something else, why this is better, why that is better. When I said, yeah, getting a 6-figure job is easy, I had people that never had 6-figure jobs in their life talking about some, oh, well, I don't think, man, look, I don't want to hear all that. Go do what you said you was going to do, and ignore all them other folks, because I promise to God, they don't matter. They don't matter. They don't.
All right.
Yeah.
That's big facts. Big fact.
Yeah, for sure.
Your closing remarks to the young lady, Jada.
I'm definitely speechless. I definitely appreciate Jada coming on here and blessing us on our podcast. Again, just meeting her energy, it's been amazing, because she actually went, I did my little shoot with my videographer. I was really nervous, and she knew that, because I told her, I'm like, oh Lord, because that was my first time, actually having somebody follow me. And the thing about it, I'm really not big on social media, but I know, again, my mentor said social media is how you market. You know what I'm saying? And if Instagram go down, he kind of gave me some gems, like you got to get your email marketing up to par. So I definitely appreciate Jada coming on here and blessing our podcast. I can't thank her enough, because she said the main things that I'm always saying: relationships.
Well, yeah.
Facts.
Anytime. It's always, I'm always grateful to be able to shorten somebody's journey that they have to go through where it is they're trying to go. Because I mean, honestly, man, like we're only information away from what we want. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't even believe in saying, yeah, that's gonna take you a whole year. Why I gotta take me? All I gotta do is find somebody that did it already. Why it can't take me a few months? Why can't? You know what I mean? So You know, I'm just blessed to be in a position to be able to have gained the knowledge and to have wisdom to, you know, do what I do and give other people that same, you know, knowledge and wisdom as well. So anytime.
We definitely appreciate it.
We definitely appreciate you blessing us coming on here for the eavesdropping podcast. Sorry, my homeboy James couldn't be a part of it, you know, but next time, if we do have y'all, the Alabama on,
James, hit me up, man. I'm in Huntsville for a few more days, bro. So
y'all wanna go squirrel hunting, something like that in Alabama?
Hey, I don't even deal with animals like that, bro. My diet, like 80%, like 80-90% fruits and veggies. I ain't never hunting no squirrel.
I got to joke out. You're no Alabama fan, are you?
Bro, I don't even watch sports, bro. Like,
okay.
And she played basketball in high school. Wow, played basketball.
Now we got to go back and.
Bro, I promise you, like, I'm like, I was hooping. I was super good at it. But I just never been into like watching games. Like I've never watched the whole football game. Like I've never watched the whole football quarter in my life. I don't care about none of that stuff. Like
I feel you.
Yeah.
Well, like we really appreciate you coming on, gracing the podcast, and that's another episode of Eavesdropping Knowledge, and we out.
Thank you, Jada.